Let's start with this mortgage calculator first. I basically refers to this Numpy financial web page where it defines the 5 functions on PMT, IPMT, PPMT, PV, and MPER. Basically, it provides all the required functions for building a mortgage calculator. Yeah, nowadays, many organizations provide mortgage calculators. Say, for example, here, VNZ provide a home loan repayment calculator, and they provide a slider for you to enter the cost of home. Say, for example, 820,000 New Zealand dollar, then you may have to pay the 20% down payment or deposit, which is automatically calculated as $164,000. So in other words, what you are borrowing would be $656,000. Then if you choose to pay in 30 years and the current mortgage interest rate, you can choose the classic 2.55% for 2 years. Then it will automatically calculate it that monthly payment would be $2,609, and the total interest paid over the whole period would be $283,268. How can we build a similar mortgage calculators by Numpy in Colab? Here I showed you, first of all, we install Numpy Financial. Then we import Numpy and Numpy Financials using the short form NP and NPF. In this example, I try to demonstrate how to use this slider, to input data, which I refers to these Google Forms. We can the title mortgage calculator input data, and then say, for example, if I define mortgage rate, and based on this parameters type slider, defining minimum and maximum steps, then you can move this slider to change the mortgage rate. So say, for example, 2.55, and the 3 major parameters for mortgage calculator would be the mortgage rate, the loan amount. Here I used 700,000, and the repaid year, 30 years. So it will import this data into this program. Then here the routine that shows about the calculation, so first of all, we have to convert a yearly mortgage rate into monthly rate in 2 decimal places. So we divided it by 1,200, and then the number of months, equals to the repayment years times 12. And then the present value, which we will put on negative side to indicate that it is a cash outflow. So by means of the PMT function, npf.pmt, we input the mortgage rate, a monthly rate, and then the number of months to be repaid, and the present value of the mortgage loan amount in negative sign. Then, by means of these functions, then we can calculate the monthly repayment amount. We can round it up in 2 decimal places. Shows that it's $2,784. Is one of the major shortcomings of mortgage calculator that it can only show the monthly repayment amount without the full amortization table. So here I include the amortization table by means of a for loop. So it will be a little bit complicated, but we include 2 more functions. One is the IMPT to calculate the monthly interest payment, and the PPMT about the principal payment. Then by means of this for loop, we build the index, every time we reduce 1 by 1, we can print out based on this format, and the number of repayment, and then the principal monthly payment, the interest monthly payment and the total mortgage repayment and the outstanding balance of the mortgage loan. Then, because we make use of the number of month to be 360, so then it will produce a complete 360 rows amortization table. Then you can check month by month about the balance and the interest contribution. Then, of course, we can also calculate the sum of interest, just like the commercial mortgage calculators has provided. It shows that the total amount of interest paid will be about 302,268, which is exactly the same as the commercial mortgage calculators. We can also build what I call a what if scenario question. Say, for example, people may say, hey, I find it too long to repay in 30 years. But then what I can pay maximum monthly would be $4,000. Can I speed up the repayment period by paying 4,000 instead of 2,780 something? Then what if I repay more? How many months that I will have to repay the mortgage loan? So then I define the number of periods using the npf.nper function. Then it will immediately calculate the number of months to be repaid if every month we pay back $4,000.